I have started my third comic, and I discovered that I'd already done a few little thumbnails. This is what I did, I don't know, year, 2 years ago when the idea popped in my head, just so it wouldn't disappear. And from that, I started trying to figure out what what the girl would look like, and then what the dad would look like. And I'm not sure I have settled on it, but this is what I have so far. So the girl be cute, and I'm trying to figure out how she would look smaller to see how big should each panel be. And if I do make the panel small, like I kind of want it to be, is she gonna look really weird? And from my drawing, yeah, she would look kind of weird. So I have the dad, at least his face, and I'll have to figure out the body and then the rough idea for the setting. And it's going to be a little creepy in a cute way. And I'm trying to play with her, play with her hair to make them look kind of like horns for the silhouette part. And I was kind of thinking, because I have this curl right here that has been an irritation since I was little. And it always felt like, especially when the other one would come up, that I have two little horns, and I always hated it. But that's another way I could take her silhouette, or to the way her hair is done. And that's about all I have for now, because there's no text other than Cuddle Monster. And that's it. That's all I got. So we'll see how this goes. I started by figuring out how many panels I needed, and then I figured out where the door was going to be and kind of where the bottom of the wall would be. And then for the couch, I found some reference pictures, and I treated it kind of like a box and used a ruler to try to make each of them the same. And then I added in the details for the arms, and this was one of the parts where it took the longest to, well, because it's the foundation for the background. So I wanted it to look nice and to be pretty consistent for each of the panels. And then I went in and did a rough sketch of each panel, adding the dad and the daughter, or the creepy shadow. Then I refined the sketch, filling out the dad and his clothes and his face, and worked on the bigger one, trying to add all the details where I was happy with it, where they looked nice and not creepy. Then I needed to go in and do the hands. I wasn't too worried about the big one because I knew I could do the details because the daughter looked pretty good, the daughter's hand. But I was kind of worried about the little panels and how I was going to do the hand on those. I finished the hands, and the ones on the little guys were pretty difficult, but they turned out acceptable, and I'm happy with how it turned out on the big guy. I inked everything, and I definitely need to work on inking because I don't really like how the dad turned out, or the daughter. I thought they looked better when they were just in pencil, but I realized it's not going to show the kind of light that I wanted. So like I suspected, I needed to put in the color. So I started doing that to show the light from the TV and the light from the doorway. For the color, I started by putting in just the light And then I realized that there should be some coloring on the people, but I was so focused on figuring out how the light's going to go that I kind of forgot about that. So for the first panel, I just put in the lighting, and then I put the color of the dad's pants, skin tone, and the floor. And then for the second panel, I decided let's put the base colors on first and then put the light on top of it and see if that looks better. I did prefer the second one, so then I went and added all the color to all the rest of the panels. Then went over it with the lighting from the TV and the doorway. And that was it. It was done. So let me know what you think, and happy Father's Day.